Hello, I'm Laura. I'm a new customer for Simply Wigs. I've previously worn a semi-permanent hair system for the last 12 years, and due to the coronavirus that made me have to rethink everything of how I kind of handled my hair loss, because all the salons closed down. And one of the things that you find when you have a semi-permanent hair system is that every 6 weeks you have to go to the salon and get it pulled, get the hair pulled back through, reattached, otherwise this hair system gets wonky and just looks dreadful. So I've been doing that for 12 years, and at the start of this year, having now got a family of my own and lots of different priorities, I was starting to find that actually getting the hair adjusted every 6 weeks was just a bit of a pain, to be honest. And I wasn't as good at getting it done as I should have been, so it's quite uncomfortable getting it adjusted. You know, they pull the hair as tight as they can to attach it back. And it wasn't very nice, so I found myself not going for my appointments as regularly as I should do. So you're meant to have them every 6 weeks. I was sometimes leaving them 8, 10, 12 weeks, getting out of date. And that was all fine. I kind of bumbled on using hair systems. And don't get me wrong, I did love it. It actually changed my life when I got it done, but it's not where I am now in my life. So in the middle of March this year, the coronavirus crisis hit, and that made me have to make a decision on what I did next, because inevitably all the salons closed, so I couldn't get my adjustment done. And being me, I was already 10, 12 weeks late getting it done. And not knowing how long it'd be until they opened again kind of made me start thinking, okay, what do I do next? And I'd already been having these thoughts of actually maybe hair systems aren't for me and maybe I should have a look at wigs. And that kind of pushed me. So I had a really good chat with my husband about it, who was really, really supportive. And we decided that I would go and order something sensible that would look reasonably similar. And I got on the website and I looked through and I saw just fabulous wigs, so many of them. And then I came across this kind of pink Dare to Be wig, which I've got on now, by Raquel Welch, and I just completely fell in love with it. And again, I talked to my husband about it and kind of said, well, and his point of view was, look, you're in lockdown at the moment. There's never going to be a safer time when you can do this. You can make the change and get used to it. And then you can think about, you know, how other people's reactions, you can get used to your own reaction. Because whatever I did, it would be quite a significant change. So we went for it and I ordered the Dare to Be. And it arrived, and on the day it arrived I had these ideas that I'd put it on over my hair system before taking the hair system out. Because once you've taken it out, there's no going back. And I put it on and it didn't fit. It was that with the hair system on my head, it basically sat like a big cone head on my head. So at that point we had to make a decision, do I take it out and hope, or do we send it back? And again, you know, Paul was brilliant helping me make that decision. And when I kind of said, look, let's just go for it, let's just see what happens. You know, at the end of the day, if I'm bald in the house, and I'm bald in the house and nobody can see. So he helped me, he cut it all out, and then we put the wig on and it fit, thank God. We straightened it, got it looking nice, and it probably took me about 20 minutes to look at it and go, oh, I love it, I really love it. And you know, where I'd been expecting that I'd spend some time getting used to it, I didn't. I immediately went out and went, look at me, aren't I fabulous? Which isn't a very me thing to do at all, to be honest. I generally try and avoid the spotlight rather than gravitate towards it. And I've completely fallen in love with this kind of way of life where I can chop and change my style if I want. I think this will always be my favourite one, probably because it's my first. But you know, I had to make that decision, I had to do something different, and I'm really glad that I did. I'm really glad I didn't just wimp out and go, I'll just leave the hair system in to look like a tramp, basically, because it was falling off my head, it was getting matted, it was awful. I'm really pleased that I made the decision to actually give wigs a go, because I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm enjoying switching between styles, I'm enjoying switching between colours. I'm just about to order a blue wig because I just thought, well, why not? And the feedback I've had from people has been really lovely and really supportive. And all those people who, through the hair system, I'd hidden my hair thinning from for, you know, as long as I've known them, were really supportive of how, you know, how I've had to take this decision, but how I've done it. So I'm completely in love with this now. This is a new way of life for me. I'm really excited by all the styles and the colours and everything. And I'm really grateful to Simply Wigs for actually, you know, having this wonderful website where you can go through and you can see what other people are wearing. And that's one of the things I love about Simply Wigs, is the fact that I can go and look at other customers and pick out colours that I like and pick out styles that I like and see what they look like on real people. rather than on these beautiful, stunning models. So yeah, I'm really, really happy. I'm really looking forward to the next wig that turns up. I've already had one come which I love, and I've got another Raquel Welch on point coming. I think Raquel Welch is my go-to style. But yeah, it's just, it's really nice because I've managed to make actually something, for me, something really nice out of this absolutely awful crisis that's happening, and actually I love that I'm managing to take something positive out of it. Thank you.